Okay.
Then I'll knock out these three, and then if you want to do that one,
Where
can I?
is that?
Yes, the website, and we'll continuously bump out resources to help with fraud, as well as FTC website, the Federal Trade Commission.
Monday through Friday, because it is the place where the best and brightest come to chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Mic with Mike, the leading daily social enterprise business show in the area. I'm your host, Mike King, and I appreciate you being here with me. The views expressed here are mine, have no connection to, support of, or agreement with any other host, information, or ads on the station. I don't work for the station. My program just airs here on a daily basis, and I'm grateful for that, to be able to bring these game-changing folks to you. Join me as this cutting-edge show. We uplift the community and showcase RVA in a different way. The sounds you're listening to are emanating from the Mike King Biz Studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. On the Mic with Mike, we highlight partnerships, people, social enterprise business organizations, and we touch on some issues of the day. We even throw in some sports every now and then, since we're on ESPN Richmond. I guess that would be natural. But for the most part, we talk about issues, business, and life, and everything in between. If you'd like to get more information about me, please follow me on social platforms. Hashtag Mike King Biz, hashtag On the Mic with Mike. I'd like to thank our show sponsor, Tom Childry, the credit card guy. If you have a business and you need to get paid, you need to talk to Tom Childry, the credit card guy. He is an expert on the credit card merchant services. He's been doing it for more than 25 years. Give him a shout. Tell him Mike King told you to give him a call, 804-503-8472. Second hour sponsors, Andy Taylor and Junk Luggers. If you got stuff around the house that you need removed, everything from a hot tub, single room, to an entire household, give Andy a call. That's things, not people. He can't help you with people. So you just make the deal less good, and the people may leave, possibly. 804-376-8558 is how you can reach Andy and Junk Luggers. Long way we have to pay bills. So folks, please take a listen to our sponsors and advertisers. It is Monday, and you know what that means? We got the man in the building, John Brannan from the Colonial Heights Chamber of Commerce. He kicks off Monday because that's what we do here. We bring the best and the brightest to you. And he always brings the game changers. So John Brannan, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How are you doing this morning?
Super. We're kicking off Monday with the big dog. Okay, we're going to start with the stump speech right off the bat. We're going to get that out the way. Let people know who the chamber is and why they need to join and all the great things you're doing.
Hey, Colonial Heights Chamber of Commerce. I'm John Brannan. I'm the executive director. And so what you're getting from the Colonial Heights Chamber is you're getting to network with over 400 businesses that are part of our network. And you're getting a sub website off of our chamber website, which gets about 10,000 unique hits every month. And then also you're getting to be able to publish into our What's Happening Wednesday emails, and you get to be able to be a part of our monthly luncheons and our monthly networking meetings that we have every month.
There you go.
Plus everything else, the social media following and the social media sharing.
And you guys aren't just Colonial Heights. Colonial Heights just can't hold or contain you guys. Yeah, you know, it's like you just can't stop Steph Curry. You just try and contain him so he don't drop 60 on you. You guys are bigger than Colonial Heights. Where else do you have members, John Brannan?
Well, Mike, it's just like your show. When people find value in the chamber and find value in what you're doing, they all want to be a part of something that's going to be happening big and what's going on. So we have members all the way down from Florida, all the way up to Michigan, and all the way from like Ohio, all the way over to Norfolk. So, you know, we're expanding out to wherever we need to do to help our businesses and our customers.
Alrighty, so now I see you brought some financial folks with us today. So we got, you know, it's Monday, you know, kind of be buttoned up. Who'd you bring with us, John?
So today I brought to you Brody and John. They're with the Bank of Southside Virginia, and they're members of FDIC. So, you know, they're here to keep you and keep your finances safe and in the bank. So,
well, gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, can we get the stump speech for you guys really quickly? Let people know who you are and what you guys do.
Yeah, so we are with the Bank of Southside Virginia, member FDIC. We have 15 branch locations from Chester all the way down to Capron and Boykins, just right above the North Carolina border. What we really focus on is community, in engaging the community, helping the community. And through these times, what we've really focused on is financial literacy, kind of understanding the fraud, the things that are happening right now, and just have kind of navigating together through this. These have been interesting times. It's not to say unprecedented, but what we've been able to do and what we've strived to do is to continue to help the community and kind of build together and go through this. So, these are the things that we've been working on, and we're just continue to push on with the community.
So, great points. When we talk about financial literacy, now I'm old. So when I went to school, the dinosaurs were roaming the earth, and I'm from Philly. So every kid, we used to have PSFS, and we learned banking in school. Those days are gone. So what's happened is, how do people are not that good, I guess, stewards of money, information. How are you guys bringing that back and showing them the importance of how to be good stewards of their finances?
We push out financial literacy in a lot of ways. We have volunteers. Our employees actually volunteer sometimes during the day and sometimes in the evenings, going and speaking to groups like Girl Scout troops, classes in schools all the way from elementary to high school. And they really push out learning for those levels. So we go in and teach children how to count coins. And then as they get older, we can talk to them about debit cards, how to start a savings account, and how to really boost themselves so that they can make it through whatever their next steps may be, whether that be college, trade school, going straight into the workforce, and they can start planning to buy a home. But what we do with the younger levels is really start to set that foundation so that they have a good place to start and can move forward easily.
So John Brannan is always, talking about how, the job that you guys are doing in the community. So that's the community involvement part right there. Can you talk about why that's such an important part of the organization that you guys are part of?
Yeah, so as far as our structure, we have just a wide range of customers. They are truly amazing, but the banking industry as a whole has really been focusing on the digital aspect and getting in front of the younger generation. What the research has said is the younger generation doesn't take things at face value. They want to research, they want to understand, they want to get a better understanding. And so what the position that we are taking is we want to further educate those students, those younger individuals, to make those informed decisions. And overall, we're hoping that they come with us so that we can continue along their journey. This has been extremely important. From anything from getting a secured card to start your credit, to getting that first house, it really starts on, like John said, a fundamental basis. But what we're doing is working with those students, the young individuals, letting them know where to put their money, different avenues to use their money, and different savings tactics. That was a big thing, especially with our younger generations. We're showing them a chart that, hey, you could have this much money if you put aside, $10 a week. They really like to see the figures and see a graph of it. So that's really helped us out. I think it's helped the community, and we're going to continue to boost that out. The big thing that we've had to change, before we were going into the schools every time, we would go out there, we would physically be in front of them, which we are still doing a lot of. And as things open up, we are still working on that. But right now we're actually transitioning to a little bit more of a virtual learning atmosphere for some of the students. So that's been extremely helpful with that. But just kind of constantly working with them and adapting to the situations.
Mike King, John Brandt from the Colonial Heights Chamber of Commerce, a good gentleman from BSV, are here with us as well. So whenever folks come, I always ask them about how COVID has changed their industry. Okay, gentlemen, what's happened with the banking industry? How's COVID changed it? And also, let's look back to something that it forced you to do that you guys are looking forward to saying, hey, that's pretty good. We might continue doing that, that you never would have done before.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. There's been a whole lot of research out there in regards to banking and since the beginning of COVID. But the biggest thing is a lot of the digital aspects of banking were already there, but they were being underutilized, which is, it's just with the times. Well, now because of, with branch closures and things going on with the way they were working, a lot of things have gone digital. So, just really focusing on, informing the customers of these solutions that have always been there, but how to go ahead and do it. What we've done to kind of streamline the process is we've created animations to show customers and potential customers how easy it is to utilize these sources such as remote deposit capture, sending money, doing these different things. But what COVID has done to the banking industry is sped up that growth. It's basically, fortunately, unfortunately, made it necessary to have that digital landscape. So for the banks, that didn't have that, that was, they had to go ahead and get that ready to go and enact that to their customers. So overall, the biggest thing that, COVID has done is, make it a lot more digital. But the biggest thing that I, for instance, that I see all the time, which has been truly very helpful, is the enactment of e-signatures. Back in the day,
Oh,
everybody, yeah, you had to come to the bank to open an account. You had to come to the bank to do a loan. You had to come to the bank for all these things. And while we still love seeing everybody's faces, we still get out there in the community, but it makes it so much easier because now they can go through their app, they can text, they can message us through the app. Hey, I don't know what this transaction is. Hey, I'd like a new checking account. Hey, I'd like this. And these things, they just help out so much easier, but the biggest thing that we have seen as well is, so some people really want to change and do the digital, some people do not. So what we're doing is really going out, trying to fit with both of them. It's like, hey, we have the option to do the digital landscape for you, to make it easy for you, to make the communication, to where you don't have to come to the bank, but we still want people to come. We still enjoy having everybody. We are 100% community focused, and that's what we do. So, seeing that smiling face goes a long way. So it's really just, as a bank, just transforming the whole landscape to fit your customer needs, and just ultimately bringing forth the digital products that pretty much were already there beforehand.
one of the things I think through the pandemic, people really start understanding and feeling a love affair with the community banks. It's kind of like, hey, those big guys they're out there, but the folks who are in the community banks that are in there, part of chambers, sponsoring baseball teams, Girl Scout troops, all those things that you guys are a part of. All righty, talk to us a little bit about the relationship of being part of the chamber and what it means to you guys.
Being a part of the chamber means a ton to us. Not only do we have access to a vast amount of businesses, a large amount of businesses that participate, they allow us opportunities to see what's happening in the community, to not only network with folks, but to also do things that make a difference. For example, last weekend, we sponsored a shred truck. And
Oh, that was you guys?
Yes, sir. And we did that with the Colonial Heights Chamber, and we had the opportunity to meet a lot of great folks, but at the same time, we were able to help them to shred important financial documents and really kind of be an anchor to the community and help them in a way that they may not have been able to help themselves.
It's good to put a face to it, because John Brannan has been talking about the shredding event forever. Well, thank you guys. All right, on the mic with Mike, Colonial Heights Chamber. John Brannan is here with us, the gentleman from BSV. We got to go away and pay some bills. You guys understand that paying bills. I always say the microphone ain't free, plus my grandkids do need stuff. So we'll be back in just a moment on the mic with Mike. We're kicking off Monday. John Brannan is here with us, and we'll be back on the other side.
I have 8 minutes.
Okay.
If we can go back to that as well, I would, John, if it's okay, I'd like to talk about just the website traffic that we get from you guys. I get a monthly report of all the links, that the external links that come into our site. And
dealing with artists is hard. The musicians, My musician lady didn't show up yesterday.
I don't know if he
I
heard.
should have known that there may be a problem when she said, what time to be there? And I said 10:45. And she said AM or PM.
Right.
Yeah. That's that should have been a red flag.
Why?
Because at 11, she was just like, I'm like, hey, are you coming? And she says, oh, I'm waiting for my ride. Did I tell you my car was in the shop?
Mm.
I got the video guy there, the lights are up. And she never made it.
Mm. Yeah.
But it's my son's a creative type. So with the people who are not working with people who are creative, sometimes we don't understand folks who are creative.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm creative, so.
Are your parents creative? Okay, so that kind of works. You can have an understanding. Do you ever run into people who are not creative? And
I try not to.
okay. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. I don't mess around.
But
with
when I
folks.
do, of course, I try to keep professionalism with time at least. That's frustrating.
For sure. Those did you get those other spots in there?
I put them in
Somewhere.
yesterday because one of them didn't have enough time, but I haven't fixed these yet because they've been messing with my stuff a bunch. So I haven't been able to get in here and do it
Okay.
when I'm not working. But I will. Do you just want me to add them on to all of them? You gave me like 3 files. Should I just put like one on each?
Mhm.
Okay.
And there's some that I was taking out.
Can you send me another email with like what you want again, like you did last time? That's for
That'll do
me.
it.
Cool.
So we'll run through these on Monday. So this is Monday. I'll send them that way. You'll have them for Tuesday. And that way you can have the new lineup.
Yeah, whenever things change like that, just send me another one of those lineups just so there's no
Okay.
questions and I can just redo it really quick without having to ask you about it.
Okay.
Are we doing all four?
Yes.
Okay.
You heard the man. This is the best business radio program in the game. I'm my host, Mike King. We're here with John Brandt, the good gentleman from BSV. We'd like to thank our weather sponsors for the program. Cena Hospitality. The weather today, 80 degrees, 16% chance of precipitation. There'll be sun in the morning, increasing clouds during the afternoon, high 80s, winds out of southwest 5 to 10 miles an hour, humidity 51%, UV index is 8 out of 10. The low this evening, 59 degrees, and the sunset will be at 8:14. If you have a need for event space, make sure you go check out our good friends over at Cena Hospitality. They have multiple locations around the RVA area, as well as if you need hotel space. hotel rooms together with family coming in town, or if you just need a break, make sure you go check them out. I'll tell Rowdy Patel, Mike King sent you. We're back with the gentleman from BSV, John Brandt. We're gonna get to you in a second, John Brandt. I know you're there. You got stuff to tell us. I got these guys here. Let's talk a little bit about. We hear the word fraud going around. People are scared. Old folks like me used to walking up to the teller. Hey, how you doing? We don't trust things. The first time I heard Cash App, my son was like, what? There's money just flying around the world like that. You send it and 2 seconds later it shows up. It was revolutionary. I had to go ask a 22-year-old, like, excuse me, explain that to me. So talk a little bit about the idea of fraud protections and stuff that you see out there as banking professionals.
Yeah, thank you. Well, so fraud, it's always been around, but we are seeing an uptick in fraud, and it is coming from all aspects. With COVID, there are obviously a huge number of COVID scams out there. There's a lot of what they call lover scams. So if don't send money without knowing the individual and stuff. There's so many, and there's also what we do is we post stuff on our social media, just letting people know about current scams that we are seeing and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. You can also go to Google and just type in the top scams going on right now, and you'll get that information. But what we encourage people to do is just kind of the following steps. First of all, if you get a call, make them give you or hang up and call back. Because if they say they're from the Social Security Administration, wherever they're from, call back and call the actual Social Security Administration. And I'm, more times than not, it's not the issue that they have. From there, there's something called it's like a grandparent scam, where they will look up your information on social media, see if your grandson or granddaughter calls you Nana. They'll call you, say, hey, Nana, I need money. I need this and this. Hang up, call your grandson or daughter. Always call the individual. The biggest thing we can tell you to do is just hang up and call the person that it is. But we see this time and time again. And when any time, this happens, it's very, very, very common to get into, frantic, just, oh my gosh, I got to go ahead and get this taken care of. Just take a second, take a deep breath, think about it, and get a second opinion. Definitely get a second opinion, because, and we see this all the time. And again, the scams are on the rise. These are big things you want to check out. And also what we've done is we have a resources page on bsvnet.com to where we are updating current scams and different things to look at, as well as, different red flags and things like that. There's a couple other really good resources that we always go to. The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC website is amazing. They do a great job at, the current scams, the current market, what's going on. But again, just doing your research, take a step back, hang up on, whoever's, and then call them back. Those are the big things that we're seeing, we're looking at. But again, and another thing is, if you didn't apply for whatever competition, you didn't win. There's no way you won if you didn't apply.
Yeah, that's a one right there. You won. I won what? So, gentlemen, thanks for coming on. John Brandt, very quickly now, tell us all the great things going down with you guys down in the chamber in the Tri-Cities.
So we wanted to go ahead, and so I wanted to double back with Brody and John as far as the website traffic that they get from being a part of the chamber and things like that too. So if you want to go ahead and.
Yeah, it is tremendous. So we do quite a bit of analytics on our side to see website traffic from external sources. One of the big ones that we see every month is the Colonial Heights Chamber. It is a very, and as far as SEO, working with, the marketing on your website and stuff like that is truly key to have good external links. Or actually, in this case, it would be an internal link from that website, but it is huge to have that. And just by being with the chamber and having these resources, like I said, we are getting a huge number of direct clicks from the Colonial Heights Chamber, as well as the SEO bump that we get from just having a good internal link like that is tremendous. I mean, it is invaluable just to have that alone. And that's something that we continuously work on, is to get good quality internal links. So, you know, that it is truly gone above and beyond. And I can say that they have, I mean, we get at least 150 to 200 people a month from the Colonial Heights Chamber.
Wow.
It's great. They do a great job. And we're able to convert, you know, to see all those analytics. So it's great. They do a great job with all that.
Can't beat that, John Brandt. What are some of the upcoming things? We got the show coming up.
So we got the show coming up May 21st, 22nd. John and Brody are going to be there at the show. So we want to thank them as our community partners with that. Also, this week coming up too, the 10th through the 16th, we have Colonial Pharmacy that is doing free vaccines to our community.
Got you.
So
Go get the Joe juice.
Yeah, they have the Johnson & Johnson and the Moderna vaccines. So if anybody's having any problems getting an appointment with the state or anything like that, you can go onto our website, colonialheightschamber.com, go to events, and you can sign up, and we can get you scheduled for a day next week with no wait and free of charge to the community to come out and get a vaccine.
No, we got 1 minute. You got to talk fast, man.
May 29th, 75% full. We got the chili peppers kicking off. We got fireworks going off. So if you want your single game ticket, you better get in on it now. 75% full right now.
All right, John Brandt, Mike King. All right, so we're bringing the showdown to you guys the night before the farm, the home and garden. We're coming down there. We're bringing the showdown. John Brandt, Mike King. Gentlemen, thanks a lot. Folks, make sure you follow and check out the chamber down in Colonial Heights, doing some great things. Plus, we're getting ready to put on the business summit down there to tell folks all the great things happening in Colonial Heights area. On the mic with Mike, we got to go. I got the producer give me the eye saying it's time to wrap up. Appreciate it. Thanks. Now take care of you guys. Appreciate it.
See you, Mike.
Thanks. Now take care. Bye.